So, this list sucked to make.
Oh, bro. I hear you, man. Yeah, I was literally working on it like 10 seconds before we went live. I just had to make some just from the hip shots.
I have 8 honorable mentions.
I've got like 25, but I just grouped them together.
Man, yeah, so top 20 or 18 instead of 10?
I could do it, but they wouldn't be in order.
Oh, same. I think we'll top 10 and then, yeah, we'll mention all our honorable mentions.
Cool.
Honestly, the hardest problem I had was the first honorable mention versus being in the number 10 spot. It was like this over and over and over again.
Yeah. Yeah, mine in the middle shifted, and like I kind of overthought it a little bit. There are some that I might watch a little bit more often, but there was some that's just like a good story from start to finish, quality. You never get that anymore. They kind of, sometimes it's just a give and take, and depending on your mood or the day, you could easily, it could be your number one. You'd be like some of those YouTubers like, oh, it's my favorite, it's the best movie ever. Every single movie they look at it. It's kind of funny and it's charming, but it's just something I catch when every YouTuber's always like, oh, it's my favorite. It's one of the best. Like, make a top 10 then so I can stop hearing you saying it's one of your favorites.
Yeah. All of these are my favorites. So, we'll just get that out of the way. I hate absolutely nothing about any of these movies. I love them all dearly. And there's a reason why they're on my list. Matt's going to be really disappointed.
It's in my honorable mentions, and I will say that out of all the movies on my list...
Was that a drink with sugar?
Oh, dude.
You give me so much crap.
Dude, you missed the story of Vinnie pooping in the tub twice. And that's why I'm, sprinting and sweating down here. I'm sweating like a pig, getting ready to turn into bacon. I'm dying. But no, yeah. So that's why that's all I have is I have beer, or I've got Pepsi. But no, Superbad. Out of all the movies on this list, I bet I've seen Superbad the most. In college during finals, it was like a tradition to just go downstairs in the lobby and put it on repeat. And seeing as that I was the RA, nobody had a problem with that.
Man. Oh, this is just making me want to jump in because none of these are on mine.
Caleb's always here to burn it down. That's why we love Caleb, because he's always the guy that's going to tell you to go watch something you've never heard of. He's going to be like, Human Centipede is my number one.
I might have 1 or 2 movies that people don't know, but overall, majority of these are big titles or from big directors or with a big actor or actress. I think I'm gonna. Yeah, all right. I'm ready to start whenever because I'm gonna burn it down.
None of those on my list. Yeah, it's hard, man, because when you're talking about all time, and I really tried to narrow it down to not sports movies, because buddy cop comedies, I feel and I love them. They're some of my favorite, like Beverly Hills Cop 2, Lethal Weapon 2, like that. But they kind of have a shtick and they're their own kind of genre, and it's fine if you have it on yours. I just was really picking the classics and the ones that I grew up with, some of them.
I was this close to putting The Replacements in my honorable mentions. Such a good movie. Oh my God.
Ole, 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 ole. It's so good. So
Such
good.
A good movie.
Shane Falco.
Shane Falco. With the damn Jeep. All right.
Yeah. All right, go with your honorable mentions, man. Let's start burning it down.
All right, my first honorable mention is going to be one of my all-time favorite movies featuring Eddie Murphy and Martin Lawrence, and that movie is Life.
Oh,
technically, it's a comedy. Technically, it's a comedy, but if you pay attention to the actual message throughout the film, it is a tragedy.
It really is.
It's a comedic movie. I love that movie to no end, but man, is it a tragic story going on throughout it. Exactly. You gonna eat your cornbread?
You can have
Man,
my cornbread.
I remember the first time I saw it, I was blown away. And every time I've watched it since, I've been absolutely blown away every time. They were able to take something so tragic and make it easily digestible for the time. Nowadays, I think it might be a little bit too lighthearted for where we are at as a society, but it still hits me as a great comedy. I love that movie. So that's my first honorable mention.
Yeah, Jason, I saw it too, man, in theaters. Yeah, man. Hey, Caleb, tell him about the Boom Boom Room.
All right. So, number two honorable mention. Oh my God. And I want everybody to know I don't care what you say. Eight-Legged Freaks.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I love that stupid movie. As a horror fan, as a kid who grew up watching some random creature features, whether I enjoyed them all or not, it was just perfect nostalgia with a comedy flair. The way that the spiders scream is great. The scene at the mall is great. Like, it's just awesome. I have so much fun with the shots, the stunt shots, the fact that dude's on a bike and, okay, I don't
Kicks
care who
him.
says what. Yeah, Cabin in the Woods totally stole the motorcycle death from Eight-Legged Freaks, and Eight-Legged Freaks did it cooler with crappier effects,
Well,
if
but
that makes sense.
I kind of got vibes from Pumpkinhead too, and they're doing all those like rampant stuff. It's a
Yeah.
yeah, I don't know, it's a horror movie with that. But Jason says I love Arquette, but hard pass, man. Yeah, I'm gonna hard pass on that one too. I'm glad you like it because I like that movie too. But dude, what about I see your Eight-Legged Freaks, and I'll raise you. What's that movie? It's been forever since I've seen it, but King of the Ring. What was the one where it's the comedy about the wrestlers and
Yeah.
Jimmy King, and he's got to get him back to the ring. It's got
Um,
DDP in it, and um, James Caan's son from Ocean's 11,
God,
12, and 13,
that's a
Tweeter.
great movie.
I
Was
can't
it
believe I
King of
can't
the
remember.
Ring?
Ready to
Ready to
Rumble.
Rumble.
Yeah, I got
Thank
it.
you.
I got
Yes.
Jason right
Yes.
before. Yeah, Jason. Yeah,
I
buddy.
will rule you. Yes.
Oh
Yes.
yeah,
Okay. That's a good one. That's a really, I hadn't thought about that in forever. So now
I
I need to
know.
go. Ready to rumble.
God, that's a good
Writing
movie.
that down. Jot that down.
Hmm.
Um, my next honorable mention is Without a Paddle.
Oh, so good.
That is a classic, just fun slapstick movie. The stakes aren't high. The comedy goes through this like perfect 2000 to 2002 mentality, which was great for me because I was a teenager and, you know, the things that were burning then may or may not have burned near me as well. So it was fitting. And the cast, the cast was stellar.
I love Dak
Those
Shepard.
three dudes, and then Burt Reynolds. Mount 'em on my mantelpiece. That's gonna be one ugly mantelpiece, sir.
One of my favorite parts of that movie, man, is when that bear comes out. And I mean, as a kid, I lost it. He's like, "What are you doing? Why are you taking your shoes off?" He's like, "I run faster without my shoes." You can't outrun the bear. I don't need to outrun the bear. I just need to outrun you. I love that movie
Lost it.
so
That
much.
it's endlessly quotable. It's lighthearted. It's fun. You can put it in and just relax. Like the highest stakes are about Matthew Lillard's girlfriend, who is literally in the movie for like 10 minutes. It doesn't matter. The rest of the movie is absolutely great. And they sequeled it with a
Never saw it.
B film, and it wasn't good, and it's just disappointing. Highly recommend it.
Yeah. Oh, classic.
My next one. A lot of people are going to be mad that these next two aren't like in my top 10, being the horror guy. My next one is Shaun of the Dead. I absolutely love that movie. I've watched it so much throughout my life. I can quote it almost beginning to end. It's one of the first DVDs I ever spent my own money on. Like, I love the movie.
All right.
I
Wait.
don't have anything bad to say.
Then you finish this. Oh
Um,
God, so good.
So I feel like it deserves to be. You have
The dead part, right? Tell me you're talking about Drop Dead Fred, Jason. Because Drop Dead Fred is a great comedy. That's definitely one of my honorables.
I'm gonna follow that up with another horror comedy. With a few more viewings, this might kick up into the top 10. Tuck and Dale versus Evil. Oh my God. That is the best series of unfortunate events. Oh my God. Oh, Return of the Living Dead.
That's a comedy?
But Tuck and Dale versus Evil has everything going for it. You hate the guy you're supposed to hate. You can't help but laugh at all the situations. Yeah, I mean, nothing negative to say. And the dynamics between Tuck and Dale, just like the way that they are on screen together, they work well together. And I'm really sad we haven't seen a sequel. I feel like it's the type of movie that you could sequel and it could just be mediocre and still be good enough. Because you're not going to top the greatness of that first one. You're just not.
Right.
Yes!
Yes, oh my God. These kids have been killing themselves.
All over my property.
We've had a doozy of a day, officer.
God, yeah, you just... So yeah, there's that. My next one, as a kid, this would have been top 10, probably would have been top 3. Now as an adult, it's worked its way back a little bit, and that is Mrs. Doubtfire.
Love it.
I love that movie. I love Robin Williams. That film is so much fun. It's endlessly quotable. It's Aerosmith. What else can you say? Also, my second favorite James Bond is in the film.
That's my favorite James Bond.
Yeah, I mean, GoldenEye is my favorite Bond film, but yeah, can't hate that. Loved it as a kid. Yeah, Mrs. Doubtfire, it's like a staple, right? Like I was sitting here thinking about it, and yeah, Mrs. Doubtfire has to be on here somewhere. Man, I'm burning through these quick. These two.
GoldenEye's the best Bond film. Yes, me too, man. Yeah. Me too.
I am invincible. These two and my number 10 were so hard. They kept trading places and moving all around. My next one is Dogma.
Ooh, yeah.
I love Dogma, and I am an unapologetic Kevin Smith fan. You will see more of his work on this list. I thoroughly
yes. I was actually going to quote that. I love that. Yeah.
Alan Rickman as Leprechaun was when it first came out and I first saw it, I was blown away at his character as that, and then how he became the depressed robot in Hitchhiker's Guide. Like, Alan Rickman is just great. Well, I'm disappointed. That's all I can say. I absolutely love Dogma. I have so much fun with it. I'm really sad that I don't own it because right now, for some reason, I mean, the Blu-ray is like $200 and DVDs are like $60. And I used to have the 2-disc DVD. I don't know what happened. My final honorable mention of this writer/director's films, it is everybody's least favorite, my personal favorite, and that is Dracula Dead and Loving It. I love this movie. She's dead enough.
Oh, God, yeah.
The fact that the blood, like, he didn't know that they were going to do that. He thought it was, like, going to be a little bit. He had no idea it was going to be that much blood. So if you go back and watch the scene, that is his genuine reaction to being sprayed with that blood twice. Yeah. Killing me. Seeing him just, like,
right.
And he almost breaks character the second time. And then he's like, I'm not doing it. That's where she's dead enough comes from. Brilliant. Brilliant work. I know everybody will jump towards Young Frankenstein, and that's understandable. That is, like, great. Yeah, I get it. But Dracula Dead and Loving It worked so well for me. I don't know why. Maybe because I was exposed to Leslie Nielsen as, like, Mr. Magoo and Um, God, what's the one where he's
Naked Gun.
Yes, thank you. Naked Gun. Like I grew up with him as a comedian in my house.
Airplane.
Um, and then when I got that movie, I watched it over and over and over and over again. And I'm actually
It,
sad to report I have not picked up the Blu-ray copy. I need to.
yeah, I think
I
all
don't
the Naked
remember.
Guns to me, they do a pretty good job of entertaining me through all of them. I don't know if I have a one that I don't like. It has been a while since I've seen it. Unfortunately, it seems like Dracula Dead and Loving It. I feel like that's one of the least talked about, least appreciated Mel Brooks movie. I
Yeah,
don't know why,
it
just nobody
flopped.
talks about it.
It flopped really hard in theaters. It only got like an average of a 5 out of 10 all across the board. Um, and I think people may have given it so much hate due to the recent release of Dracula, Gary Oldman, Keanu Reeves, because people took that film so seriously that they couldn't take the comedy in this for some reason. Don't care. I will totally watch that Dracula and then totally pop in Dracula Dead and Loving It and have a great time. I don't care. I will.
Yeah, yeah,
Um,
no, it's I love it. Okay, so is that it for yours? I think.
those are my honorable mentions, and I just have to say to all the people who, for some reason, loathe Dracula Dead and Loving It, go back, give it another viewing. Don't watch YouTube clips and then go to it. Just actually go find the movie, sit down, watch it, and realize how well he plays on the characters from the story of Dracula. Did you just took a spider out of there and put it in those raspberries? No raspberries. That movie is great, absolutely great. So yes, I am done. The floor is yours.
Well, I'll just burn it down a little bit and say that Mel Brooks didn't make my list. Didn't even make my honorables. I mean, well, it's honorable because I liked all their movies, but yeah, I love them. Kevin Smith, none of his movies made mine, but I do like 80% of his movies. They're go back and rewatches. I'm excited for Clerks 3. We'll see how it pans out. Kind of weird. They're really being kind of meta weird with it. We'll see. Love Miss Doubtfire. We just watched that over the 4th of July weekend. Now, let's see. Okay, so Tropic Thunder. I know there's a couple things in it didn't age well. I understand that. It's hilarious from beginning to end. The main quote, I won't say it because it didn't age well. Wasn't good at the time, but it's delivery. It's funny. It's one of those things. A lot of these comedies I love. Sometimes stuff's funny when you're not supposed to say it. It catches you off guard. It's almost like being a little kid and hearing a cuss word for the first time. You're like, you know what I mean? I don't know. I love Tropic Thunder. Billy Madison and Happy Gilmore. Those were like staples growing up. Happy Gilmore, I would say a little bit better, but I love both those. Seth Rogen films. None of them made my list. I love Superbad. I love Knocked Up. I mean, that's what saved comedy for like 5-10 years. Like, comedy was okay, but it was kind of slipping. And then here comes Fresh Blood. Yeah, Superbad, Knocked Up, all those. Just, forgetting Sarah
Pineapple
Marshall. Like, I know that's of the similar group. Yeah, I mean, yeah, all those are great. And like I said, I've probably seen Superbad more than anything on this list, just because it was on repeat throughout college. It came out in 2007, and for like 2 years straight, it was nothing but Superbad. Dumb and Dumber kills me. It didn't make the list. It kills me. It just kept falling. I was like, stop. Christmas Vacation, dude. Chevy Chase. I wish he wasn't such a turd to where he could have done more with his career. Even he said that he just didn't know how to handle fame, and that's just how he reacted is how he reacted. But I love Christmas Vacation. I just watched Vegas Vacation. It's on Netflix. A lot of people don't like it, but give it a rewatch. I think it's a lot of fun. It's nowhere near the level of the second movie, but I think it's good enough. I think it gives you the characters and it's fun. American Pies, dude. American Pies, like I love them, but they're not quite God tier. They're amazing. I can watch most of any of them. Yeah, Jason, give him some Vegas love. Heck yeah, man. But but the American Pies just couldn't quite make it. I do love them. And some of that didn't age well either. A lot of it didn't age well, but we do live Christmas Vacation. Maybe Matt's favorite Christmas. Yeah, do love Christmas Vacation. Yeah, dude. Yeah, it's between that and Scrooge might be my favorite, and of course A Christmas Story. But yeah, and then here's one. It's a hidden gem, and that's Hit and Run. It's got Dax Shepard and his wife. Oh no, I forgot her freaking name. She's in The Good Place. She's in a lot of stuff. Anyway, Kirsten Dunst.
I haven't seen that since it came out, and I remember loving it. I'm writing that down too.
Hit and Run's great. It's got Bradley Cooper too as the bad guy. So good. Kristen Bell. Yeah, thank you, Jason. Yeah, and then Tom Arnold's in it. His my favorite, second best performance in my opinion. So there's True Lies, and then there's Hit and Run, and then there's probably like Bully. But I think, did that get kicked out? Oh no, I think I kicked one out. Did that get kicked out? No, dude, it kills me to say this because he's probably my favorite comedian. But Yes Man got kicked out of the number 10 spot. I love Yes Man, and I love Liar Liar. I love The Mask. Pretty much anything Jim Carrey's done, I love it. I cannot believe he didn't make my top 10. That's insane. Like, he should. Oh, Weekend at Bernie's, My Cousin Vinny. My Cousin Vinny's just great. Bully is underrated. Yes. Bully is. I haven't seen that in a long time. I need to watch that. I love that as a kid. And then let me just say, Ace Ventura's and Drop Dead Fred was one of my favorite weird comedies growing up. It had a little bit of that black humor, a little dark, twisted. It's weird. It was a little dark for kids, but I love it. And then all the Ernest movies, dude. I grew up on Ernest. Beverly Hillbillies also. If I could make, like, if I could pull out from history and time, what I would want to do is Ernest loses Rimshot, his dog, and he has to go employ Ace Ventura, and they work together to find his dog. And then there's like some underground like dog stealing something. I don't know, but I would, in my kid brain happiness, I would love to see Ernest and Ace Ventura combo buddy cop kind of movie. I think it would be great. But I mean, I can look over there. Oh, another one I gotta say, Euro Trip. I gotta say Waiting. I gotta say The Toy with Richard Pryor. Some of that really didn't age well. Have you ever seen that, man?
It's been a long time.
Oh my God, dude! Richard Pryor, he's in the department store and he's messing around in the Wonder Wheel thing, and the rich kid comes in there and his dad said, you can have anything you want in the store. And he sees Richard Pryor being goofy over there, and he's like, he goes, I want that. And they're like, the Wonder Wheel? He's like, no, I want the black man. And they're like, no, pretty sure you can't do that. No. And it's just, there's so many different little, like, awkward now jokes and stuff like that. It's so funny. I love The Toy. I'm going to stop there because I'll just keep going. What about Bob? House Party, Zack and Mary. Oh, Zack and Mary. Ooh, last one. Friday. The Friday franchise, dude. I grew up on Friday. I mean, classic. Every time I come in the kitchen, you in the kitchen, in the goddamn refrigerator, eating up all the food. Nobody go to the bathroom for about 35, 45 minutes. I'm sorry. I'm done. I love comedies. There's just so many. And I know I'm looking over there like Blue Streak.
Stop.
Okay, I'm done.
Stop. Now we have our top 10.
Top 10. All right.
List every movie ever made.
I do.
I thought Toy was Rob Williams at first. And have to add Clueless. It's literally one of my faves growing up, but not sure where it would be. I haven't seen that in...
I think that's definitely that's more hard on the romantic comedy. I'm not sure if I'd like delete that from there, but I do love Clueless. It's definitely one of my earlier crushes. Alicia Silverstone. Hello. Paul Rudd in his first role, technically. I think Halloween 6 came out first, but that one came out. They shot simultaneously. Anyway, go, Caleb. What's your number 10?
My number 10 is probably my third most watched comedy film on this list. and that is Detroit Rock City.
Yeah.
I absolutely love that movie. When it came out, it was on repeat on my VCR over and over and over and over again. Dude, that scene where mom burns the tickets, similar thing happened in my household. The getting the priest high with mushrooms on the pizza, I couldn't stop laughing at that scene. Throwing the pizza on the disco kids Firebird,
Yeah.
brilliant. Yeah, for some reason, and the chemistry with those actors worked really well. And I kind of wish there would have been a follow up. I know Edward Furlong, I get what happened there. But the other gentlemen kind of just went off and did their own things. We talked about Cabin Fever not too long ago. That actor, he does some cons here and there, but you know, I've never been a big Kiss fan. I like a couple of songs, but it stuck with me because growing up, Marilyn Manson was the Kiss. My family didn't like that my brother and I enjoyed Marilyn Manson's music. We had tickets burned, we had T-shirts and music confiscated. It was a constant battle. But in the end, we won. Well, I won. But yes, so it was very relatable to my situation, except I didn't really have that many friends, and I wasn't in a band yet. But it was perfectly fitting for that rock and roll is the devil. When she comes in, Knights in Satan's service. I lost my mind. Because everybody said that similar thing about Marilyn Manson, because he picked two of America's biggest icons for his name. And I know everything going on with him right now, I'm really disappointed, but somehow not terribly surprised after reading his book. So, Detroit Rock City, because it was absolutely relatable to me growing up and became one of my favorite movies, I still have a VHS copy. That's right.
Heck yeah, man.
Yeah.
I think I watched that like 4 or 5 months ago. I bought it about a year ago and then just sat there and I had it pulled out and I was like, today is the day. I can't remember. I watched something really dark. It wasn't high tension, but it was something where I was like, okay, I need a palate cleanser. Like something got real dark. Oh yeah, it's a solid movie. I mean, it's such a good teenage angst. Yeah, the pizza at the Catholic school thing, great. It's just so great. But Jason, you fact checked me though. I'm telling you, I think he shot Clueless first, mostly simultaneously. But Halloween came out first. But I think he shot Clueless first. But I could be wrong. Yeah, and then Matt said Big Daddy. Big Daddy's classic, solid movie start to finish. It's one of those comedies that has a really good heart in it, especially at the end when kids getting dragged away. It's like, but I want my. It's like, oh, man. So good. And then it's weird because like a couple years later he's doing Little Nicky, which I do like Little Nicky for what it is, but I remember watching Little Nicky like, whoa, this is all right. So, my number 10 is Old School. Maybe some people don't even know it. I love it. You don't get movies like it. It's got a shtick. It's great. It's got two of the best actors of all time, and that is See No Evil, Hear No Evil. I love it.
Streaking.
No. See No Evil, Hear No Evil. Richard Pryor.
Old School.
No, I said I said it is Old School. Sorry, my bad. No, it's Old School as in like back in the day. No, my bad. No, Gene Wilder, awesome and everything. Richard Pryor, awesome and everything. It's just so Richard Pryor's blind, Gene Wilder is deaf. And he can read lips, and they just have this crazy ride they go on. And Kevin Spacey, a young Kevin Spacey's in it. I know we don't want to talk about Kevin Spacey. It's a good movie. I love it. Have you seen it, Caleb?
I've at least seen like the USA or whatever commercials for it'll be airing tomorrow night at 10. Oh, that was good.
I love it because there's a part where somebody's trying to talk to Gene Wilder's character, and he's deaf, and he's like, was there a woman there? And he's like, So he says it fast first. He's like, Fuzzy Wuzzy was a woman. He's like, he reads lips. You're talking too fast. And he goes, was there a woman there? And he goes, yes, there was. And he's like, why is he talking like that? It's because he's deaf, not stupid. Oh my God, dude. It's you got to check that out, man. See No Evil, Hear No Evil is a classic from start to finish.
Fair enough.
Stir Crazy's great though. Stir Crazy with them. I really like. I think it's called Stir Crazy with them. Yeah, Stir Crazy. Yeah, they did that movie too. Yeah, I think they did 3. I can't remember the third one, but yeah, Stir Crazy is good too. I haven't seen Stir Crazy in a while, but yeah.
Yeah. Well, this movie's already been listed. My number 9 is My Cousin Vinny. Thank you, Joe Pesci. Absolute fun classic, like the 2 U's, the what? Utes. It's quotable, it's fun, it's got a little bit of something for everybody. It's taking place in a small town, but with big city characters. It just works. Like the chemistry on the screen worked, the cinematography fit. I remember the whole mud in the tires, like that. It's a fun movie, and the thought of how Joe Pesci's trying to like sleep and can't because of the train or the this or the that, so they go park in the middle of nowhere and get stuck. Dude, it's those little things like that that comedy nowadays tends to not do as much of. I saw a trailer for a show called Man vs. Bee, and it's got the gentleman Rowan Atkinson who plays Mr. Bean, and it seems to incorporate some of that older like dilemma comedy, whereas nowadays it feels like it's got to be like this big thing. It's got to be like a spy comedy or a horror comedy. It can't just be like small scale, I can't sleep, I'm irritated comedy that comes out of that, which it worked. It was fun. It was easy. Joe Pesci was the right man for the job.
And obviously, Judd Nelson, right? Not Judd Nelson. God, what's the name? What's the guy's name? Herman Munster. Why can't I think of his name? Anyway, he's great as the judge, and then you got his girlfriend, fiance, which I cannot remember her name either. God dang it. She's from obviously the new Spider-Man movies, but and I could be wrong on this, but she was in a different.
Fred Gwynn.
Yeah, Fred Gwynn. Yeah. God, man, it's just a struggle tonight. Marissa Tomei. There, I got one. Thank you for Fred Gwynn. But Marissa Tomei, she was in A Different World, which was one of my favorite shows when I was a kid. And she didn't come back for the second season, I believe, because of My Cousin Vinny, which is sad, but she's great in that movie. I mean, she's great in everything she does, to be fair. She's very underrated. I wish she would have done more. She did a lot. I just wish she would have done more. But anyway, great movie, man. Great movie. My number 9 is this anybody that's like like 40 and older, this is probably your number 1. And that's Planes, Trains, and Automobiles. I mean, it's a classic. It from beginning to end. It's a holiday movie, so that's maybe cheating a little bit, but I love this. Like I love Dutch. If you haven't seen that, Dutch is great. But Planes, Trains, and Automobiles. What can you say? I mean, my keys to a freaking car that isn't freaking there. Like, and he like all that, and he comes back and he's like, "Well, you have your ticket? I threw it away." Well, you're fricked. Like, the shower curtain salesman. It just never stops. It's amazing.
Dude, I feel like that and Airplane are like the top 2 choices for somebody around 40 years old. Like,
right? Yeah.
Those 2 movies are just staple classics. Spoiler, neither of those are in my top. Sorry.
That's all right. That's just great though. Yeah, man, Jason. Yeah, like it's super underappreciated and should be in a Thanksgiving movie every year. Right there with Planes, Trains. Planes, Trains is just it just takes it to the next level. It's one of the funniest things John Candy's in. Steve Martin's amazing in it. Just all of it. Epic from start to finish. The car burns down and like all that good stuff, man. The typing on the dash and stuff like that. You're going the wrong way. Like the run scene with a very, very young Kevin Bacon, like when he's trying to catch the cab and stuff. I
need to go back and watch it. It's been too long.
Classic.
Well, here we are at number 8. this is the one that some people here may not have heard of. As a metalhead, it was the perfect fit when it came out. I still absolutely love it, and it is called Gasm. It is a super awesome heavy metal comedy. I won't give too much away. It's kind of horror comedy esque. It was on Netflix not too long ago. So, John, if you get the chance, it is worth the view. Um, Death to false metal. It is a great, great movie. Especially, there's so many nods to classic metal and death metal and black metal that it's so true as a metalhead seeing these different stereotypes. Like, um, he's in a record store and the record he picks up is something that as a metalhead you never want another metalhead to see you with, and he like freaks out for a second, and it's just absolutely true because if you pick that up you'd be mortified, absolutely mortified. It I was happy to know that a movie took the metalhead culture that far, even though it is a comedy, but paid that much attention to it. So I think that the power behind that film was actually understanding your audience. Or like dude's in corpse paint after playing with his band, which, John, if you don't know, corpse paint is like black metal where they paint their faces white, get the black around their eyes. They got the metal t-shirt, the vest, the belt with bullets and stuff like that. It's for black metal. And he's sitting there eating an ice cream cone. And just like it's stuff that people think is odd, but it's stuff that I was involved in, so it was kind of fun to see. Also, the plot is goofy, fun. Yeah, Deathgasm.
I'll check it out. Yeah, that's so funny because when you said that, I didn't know what it meant, but that's pretty close to what I was imagining.
Yeah.
My next one is another old classic, and that is Trading Places. Dan Aykroyd, Eddie Murphy, and Jamie Lee Curtis. Great from start to finish. It's a classic. It's Christmas, New Year's. Yeah. Is there Thanksgiving in there? No, it's Christmas, New Year's, and it's classic from start to finish. I mean, I love that you get to see both sides of them being rich and kind of snooty, and you get to see both of them being poor, and then how one uses the strength from being rich when he's poor, and one uses the strength from being poor when he's rich. I just love that dynamic. I love that they both become underdogs at the end, and they have to swindle the swindlers. And Jamie Lee Curtis is great into it as a supporting actress. It's one of her first more serious roles, even though she kind of had to get topless to do it, which is unfortunate. But I mean, I don't think from what I understand, I don't think she wanted to. I think it was just part of it.
I haven't seen that movie in forever. It has been a really long time. Yeah, I need to add that back to my list.
Yeah, I mean, and like, look, I mean, I love like The Great Outdoors with Dan Aykroyd. I love Ghostbusters, but I felt that was kind of sticky. And I really loved like The Golden Child, and of course Eddie Murphy's all of his movies are great. But I mean, as far as like a quality, epic, lifetime lasting, I just thought that Trading Places, it's got to be on there. It's the best of Eddie Murphy. It's the best of Dan Aykroyd. It's a great story all around. Yeah, it's great. Yeah. Sorry, last honorable mention I want to say, because I thought about it. Brewster's Millions. If you haven't seen that with Richard Pryor and John Candy, have you ever seen it? Oh my God, dude. Oh my God. So Brewster's worthless. He's a bum, basically, for the most part. His great uncle dies and says, look, you can have $1 million and walk away right now, or you have to spend $30 million in 30 days with no assets, and you can't destroy anything. And if you do that, you get $300 million. So $1 million and walk away, or spend the $30 million and get $300 million. And he goes for the $300 million. And it's a great comedy, dude. John Candy's great in it. You got to watch that. Sorry.
No, you're good. No, I haven't seen it. I've heard you talk about it a lot, though.
God, I love that.
Well, number 7. Airheads. Yes. Another heavy metal rock and roll kid movie. I mean, dude, it's a band who takes a radio station hostage to play their demo. And call yourself the Lone Rangers, plural. Like, dude, oh my god, that movie's so great. I remember watching it. Like, I had a copy of it, but anytime it came on TV, I watched it there. And then I would get in a kick where I'd play it like every other day. Like, God, I love that movie. Steve Buscemi, Adam Sandler, and Brendan Fraser worked together so well in that film. Like, their personalities. There's three of you. You're not exactly alone. Dude, their personalities work so well. The one thing I will say, for the music that they played, the stickers in their band should have been a lot more awesome. A lot more death metal-y. I think there's an obituary sticker in there. And oh god, suffocation. So to me, that's like a total missed opportunity. But with that kind of mainstream effect, I don't think that the movie would have worked as well for a mainstream audience. I used to play D&D too. Oh my god, I love that movie. Love that movie.
Yeah, you're right. The chemistry is fantastic, and God, are they all young?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just keep thinking of when he's trying to make Adam Sandler tough.
Yeah.
I'm gonna stab you in the eyes. I won't finish that statement. So yeah, my number 7 is Airheads. God, I love that movie. I think I need to watch that soon.
Oh, it's classic, man. All right, let's see. Sorry, I had to fix something real quick. Something got doubled up a little bit here. All right, got it. Fixed it. Okay. We're on number 7. My number 7, once again, did not age well. I don't care. I completely understand the problems, and if it offends you, I get it. I completely understand. I love Wedding Crashers unabashedly. It's one of the movies, like, it made me want to fall out of my chair laughing. It's Vince Vaughn at his absolute funniest. Owen Wilson at his absolute funniest. There's some awkward humor that it goes too far, but it's just right for me. Like, it's just start to finish, it's a roller coaster. I love Christopher Walken in it. You got a really young Bradley Cooper. I get it. I get if you don't like it. I cannot help it. I freaking love that movie. It's funny. It's just, I won't quote any of it because all the quote, you will savor you. I'm sorry. I won't quote it because there's nothing that's appropriate, but it's, I love Wedding Crashers. I'm sorry. Like, Mom, Meatloaf, we want it now. What's she doing? I never know what she's doing back there. Like, oh my God.
I never got that into it. I watched it once, wasn't a big fan.
Football and crab cakes. Oh god, dude. Yeah, the football scene there at the end is hilarious, dude. I oh my god. Unabashedly love that movie.
Well, beard hair. Okay. So, this one often gets compared to one of my honorable mentions, and people say it was stolen from it. I don't care. My number 6 is Zombieland.
Oh, yeah.
I love that movie. Woody Harrelson is absolutely one of my favorite actors. He just, so knowing who he really is, vegetarian, pothead, calm, relaxed guy, he plays the type of character in that movie so well. I already watched the new movie on Netflix with him and Kevin Hart. Same type of character, and it works. It's really good. I think it's called The Man from Somewhere. I can't remember. Anyways, Woody Harrelson is a gem. Somebody needs to make sure that they protect Woody Harrelson from all of the celebrity deaths, because I don't think I can take it. the scene where he is wiping his tears with cash because it no longer matters, just, it's great.
I love it. He's like, I haven't cried that hard since Titanic. Like, oh my God.
Believe it or not, Twinkies do have an expiration date.
Yeah, I love it because he's getting ready to go in the store, and the gas gauge is almost on E. Like, and he goes, "Oh my God, you got a pretty mouth." Like, he's great from start to finish. Like,
yeah,
I like Jesse Eisenberg for the most part. He only has one role. To be fair, I like him. He's the same in every movie.
If you go back and rewatch The Social Network, Jesse Eisenberg does a really good job of portraying an a-hole entitled character. He does a really good job of it. And he doesn't come off that way in Zombieland. He's just more like the scared guy who seems to have a little bit of only child syndrome. But it honestly, I feel like Michael Cera and Jesse Eisenberg have that in common. Like, yeah.
They're, no offense, they're a one-trick pony. And Michael Cera's really wore out. Like, after Juno, I was done with him. I was like,
I don't care. Youth in Revolt, Scott Pilgrim versus the World. I love those movies. I don't care. Youth in Revolt is hilarious. None of his movies made my list. But,
dude, I just watched him in Molly's Game. Came out a couple years ago, but it's on Netflix. Based on a true story about the gal who ran the largest backdoor casino or whatever. It's a great movie. Go watch it. He's in it. It's a good performance by him. It's a couple of years too, so he's had some time to mature a little bit. But anyway, yeah.
What was that? This Is the End, where he plays the like super creep, and everybody's like, God, I knew it was gonna be him. Like,
yeah, and the bathroom scene with the juice box. Yeah, it's pretty bad. Yeah. I do love Zombieland. My wife said it would be her number 2 or 3 on hers. So yeah, we're big fans. We still haven't seen the new one. I've got it on 4K. It's on the list. Yeah. My number 6 is we are at number 6 already? Man. My number 6 is what is it, last 5-7 years, something like that. Came out of nowhere. It's like to me, it's probably the last great comedy. And that is We're the Millers. No regrets. I love We're the Millers. What's his name from KC? God, I can't remember his freaking name. The other actress from, I'm just going to forget all their freaking names right now because I can't. But Jennifer Aniston's in it. She's the only one I'm going to remember at the moment. But the guy from The Office is the main bad guy. I love to travel the setting. The comedy never stops. When he sits down and he's like, looks at the barber and tells him what kind of haircut he wants. Like, he just goes over most of the things I'm going to repeat would be inappropriate. But I think We Are the Millers is one of the last great comedies in the last decade. There hadn't been many great comedies in the past decade. I mean, give me 5 great comedies in the last decade.
Tuck and Dale versus Evil, Zombieland.
Tuck and Dale's what? Tuck and Dale is like 2012 or something. Give me a break. What was that? Keep going. Zombieland 2. No, Zombieland's 2008 or so. 2010, 2011 maybe.
We are the. I mean, I know it's your top 10, not mine. The only thing that I actually found funny was the No Regrets. The rest of the movie, I was bored.
Oh my God, dude! When the cop pulls him over, and he's like, "I need $1,000," and he has to talk him into letting him, gratify this dude, and he's like, 1,000 pesos. And he's like, "Oh, 1,000 pesos. Okay, I can't believe you're about to do that. Here, just pay him."
For a travel comedy movie, I take, and this one's not on my list, everybody, but for your traveling comedy movie, I take your We Are the Millers, and I raise you Paul.
I still never seen it. I think I got it. It's on my list. I just haven't seen it. Just one of those I never have seen yet. Dang it. It's okay, Deb? Oh, I love We're the Millers. God dang.
No, she said it's okay to Zombieland 2.
Oh, okay.
I believe. It had some redeemable factors. It was, we'll get there.
It makes me want to put yes man right there then.
Well.
Oh, dang, you're killing me. All right, keep going. What's your number 5? We're in the top 5.
This one is an Adam Sandler film. it happens to be one of like four of his movies that gets replay in my house. Not because I necessarily think that he's bad. I just tend not to watch his movies that much. But this one's my favorite, and that's Big Daddy. Um,
Classic.
like John touched on earlier, the story is amazing. I mean, look at the cast. You've got Jon Stewart. What? I mean, of course you have Adam Sandler's band of misfits in the background. Rob Schneider is absolutely great. Keep up with noise.
Yeah.
Um, dude, and the I don't know why, but the line that's coming to mind is about the old man's downstairs, which I need to not quote on our channel.
I love when he's like, he has a 5-year plan. What is it? Don't die?
Yeah. Dude, it's great. The cab ran over his foot. Dude, Big Daddy, because of the message, because of the comedy, because of the time, and I don't care, Limp Bizkit plays in the beginning. I love that movie. Absolutely.
It's so good. Yeah, and his original girlfriend is Buffy from the original Buffy movie, and she did a couple other things. Can't remember her name right now, but yeah, man. Yeah, what a good movie. Just like you said, start to finish, and it's got a really good, like, very limited heart. You know, he doesn't take anything serious, and then all of a sudden, like, the comedy backs off a little bit, and it gets super serious. Oh man, and the ending's great too. Like, it's a good. It might be up to that point. It might be his best, like, acted overall movie up to that point. Overall,
I honestly think, because I haven't seen Uncut Gems or whatever it is he's in. So outside of whatever his new drama films are, I will say that is his best movie personally. But I know people automatically go like Billy Madison, Happy Gilmore. Like, that's when they think Adam Sandler, they go to his classic staples, which that's fair. But Big Daddy, I think, is where you first see his real actual range. Like, you don't just see the slapstick goofy guy who eventually goes through a tiny hardship. You actually see this guy who's like going through depressive situations, but he's super comedic about it. And then he loses somebody that he actually loves. And like that's a plot point instead of like a side note in the film. So for me, that is my all-time favorite Adam Sandler movie. And it would take a hell of a movie to knock that down.
Yeah. Yeah. Jason says, I love Rob Schneider, dude. Man, when I think Rob Schneider, I immediately go to Surf Ninjas. I love that. It's one of my favorite kid movies. It's up there with like Three Ninjas and stuff like that. Leslie Nielsen's the bad guy. So good.
When I think of Rob Schneider, and this is going to make everybody mad, the movie of his I've watched the most is The Animal.
Yeah.
Why? I don't know, but that's what I've seen the most. Was it a good movie? No. Was it fun? Absolutely. Everybody says Deuce Bigelow. Yeah, that's
Deuce Bigelow's great. To Matt's comment up there with We Are the Millers, yes, sir, yes, sir, yes, sir. I liked Click a lot up until about the third act, and when it all of a sudden the heart kicked in, but it was so like, I don't know, like it made me feel sad, like it was like super sad. Christopher Walken's awesome in it, but I don't know. I guess it follows through okay, but for some reason, Click, the third act, it just didn't quite sell it for me. I do like that movie though. When he pauses it and smacks his boss in the mouth, we've all been there. We've all wanted to have that little remote. Hot Chicks is right. Hot Chick, yeah. I think I saw that once when it first came out.
Yeah. I watched that movie back to back with Shallow Hal the first time I saw it.
Yeah, another movie that didn't age well, but funny. Yeah. My number 5. This one is weird because I think the scriptwriter got I think it was like a $3 million payday for the script. I was like, that's it? You get $3 million for a script? And it sat there for a few years. I can't remember, 5 or so many years before they finally dialed it in and got it right. I was actually in Vegas when they shot this movie. In my opinion, this is probably the best comedy we've gotten in the last 20 years, and that is The Hangover. Hangover is nonstop dumb comedy from start to finish. Zach Galifianakis, awesome. I mean, all of them are great. Zach Galifianakis is the shining beam, I think, and that's Bradley Cooper. Man, did I want hair like Bradley Cooper. I wanted a six-pack. I wanted like the 5 o'clock shadow and that little slick back hair that kind of curls in the back, dude. Bradley Cooper, that's a good-looking dude. Come on, man. It's The Hangover. It's the best comedy in the last 20 years.
From that era of movies with The Hangover and the weird comedies that were all like the like side plot of travel for some reason or going to another place, the one that I like the most is Due Date.
I do like Due Date. I do. I love when they crash the car and he's like, "Why are you hurt?" Well, they say drunk drivers don't get hurt because they're all limp. You got tight. No, that's a funny one too. The Hangover, man. I bet I watched it like 6 times in theaters. It's obviously one of my favorite comedies of all time. Come on, Mike Epps.
I never really got into it.
Oh my God, I love Mike Tyson too. It's like he comes in, it's like, dun, 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 boom! He just drops Zach Galifianakis. He's like, oh my God! He's like, Tyson, he still got it. The Hangover's amazing, dude.
Well, Mike Tyson is terrifying no matter what. I don't care who says what. Like, go back, watch his most recent training videos, and tell me that you want to be in a dark alley with that man.
Oh, dude, so scary. Dude, just in the beginning when he's like, dude, there's a tiger in the bathroom. He's like, dude, can you put on some pants? He says it. He's like, can you please put on some pants? I feel a little weird. I've had to ask you twice. Like, and then later on, like, Stu gets married, and like he's like, she's wearing my grandmother's Holocaust ring, and Zach Galifianakis is like, I didn't know they gave out rings at the Holocaust. Like, there's just, and Leslie Chow, like, he's like, toodaloo, mother. I mean, I'm sorry. Like, I watched the trilogy. The second one's garbage. It's a repeat of the first movie. I still like it, but it's for all intents and purposes terrible. The third movie's hilarious with John Goodman. Dude, I could quote the whole movie. I love it so much. The Wolf Pack, Roofies. Why keeps? I'm sorry. I love The Hangover, dude. Come on, you're killing me.
Nope.
Jason, you can't either. Thank you, Matt. Thank you. It was yes. Now it makes me want to write a script though. Pay me $3 million.
So, a far better film than that. My number 4 is a classic, a staple. Its sequel is considered funnier, but arguably it's not nearly as good, and that is Friday.
Oh.
Friday is one of my all-time favorite comedies. Where I grew up, it was a staple movie. It's a movie that everybody watched. It was like, if you didn't have a copy, you knew somebody who would get you a copy. Like, I mean, they bootlegged it off of 2 VCRs, but Friday was the movie that went around my neighborhood. I'd leave that in 187.
That is weird.
Which this is a good movie too. I absolutely love. Yeah, people do think Next Friday's funnier.
It could be more funny, but it's a little bit more joke. Friday is just like it's a relatable.
Friday has an actual story, a plot, somewhere to go. And it was Ice Cube's debut in directing, where he walked in and he thought it was going to have to be an indie film. He never thought that they would actually give him a budget. He was like, hey, here's the story, kind of inspired by some things that happened in my life. I think his cousin got fired on his day off, so he took that from his real life. And he was like, here's the pitch. And they were like, oh, here's a bunch of money. And wait, what? Yeah, New Line just was like, yeah, here you go. We want to get into what they dubbed urban comedies. So they gave him the money, and the film was not just a comedy, but it was also a film with, what it's kind of like to be in the inner city. It just is. So it worked out. God, I love that movie. I want $100 million. Oh my neck!
I want 150,000, but I'll sell out of court right now for $20. Like, oh my God! Oh my god, dude! The whole what's up, big perm? I mean, big worm. Like, oh
Yep.
my god. Um,
Playing with my money's like playing with my emotions.
oh my god. With Debo, and he's uh, when he leave, I'll be talking again. Like, it's great. Like the dad too. The dad, and uh, Chris Tucker, man, they make that movie, dude. Ice
Yeah.
Cube owes half of that success to Chris Tucker. Like he
I
just
don't
brought that
know.
energy like nobody else could.
I've heard so much back and forth as to what happened and why Chris Tucker didn't come back for next Friday, and I don't know what's true at this point anymore. But I do think New Line not getting Chris Tucker to sign, and then once the dad passed away, like waiting till the dad passed away to talk to Ice Cube about a fourth when he's had a script ready for forever. It's disappointing. Absolutely disappointing. Friday After Next was kind of a weak entry, but I still enjoy it. Um,
It's a Christmas
but
movie here, man. I love Friday After Next. I mean, they're all great, but yeah, Mike Epps is great. He ain't no Chris Tucker. I'm
yep.
just gonna say that. But no, Chris Tucker movie would be top, but not Friday. Jason, what is that, man? Rush Hour 2 is so good. I do think 2 is better than 1, but 1's got a better story. It's a better movie, but 2 is more
If
comedy.
I had to
Yeah.
pick just a Chris Tucker film, Money Talks.
Oh God, Money Talks is so good. Money Talks so good. Uh,
Yeah.
Speaking of Chris Tucker, dude, every time Dead Presidents, it's a thriller, action thriller kind of. The movie's so good, and then it just falls on its face. Like I really wish. Speaking of which, earlier though, when you were talking about Zombieland, with Woody Harrelson, Money Train, so good. Nobody ever talks about that. I just wanted to say that. And White Man Can't Jump, amazing, amazing. And The Cowboy Way. If you haven't seen The Cowboy Way with him and Kiefer Sutherland, go watch that. That's an amazing comedy. Amazing.
No idea.
Oh God, bro, you're gonna borrow that DVD next time I see you. You're gonna borrow it. It is amazing. It's Woody Harrelson at his game, on top of his game. Huh?
I'll add it to the stack of borrowed DVDs.
All right, man. All right, my number 4 is a classic. It's it's not like fall in your chair. Like it's more story, character, and that's Twins. Danny DeVito and Arnold, dude, they just work. It's like Arnold gets all the good stuff, and then Danny DeVito is the genetic garbage. The tonight is your night, bro. And then Arnold gets laid, and he's just sitting there. He's like I love Kindergarten Cop. Like I thought about that for a second for the top 10, but Twins to me, man, it's just great. It's a mild comedy. You know what I mean? But it's a classic. It's a staple. It needed to be on there, and it's just so good. The story's so good. You just don't see things like that. Probably should be a little bit lower just because the comedy's a little weaker compared to some of these. But I love Twins. Like it just perfect from start to finish. $5 million.
I did not add an Arnold comedy, but my personal favorite is going to be Junior of the Arnold comedies.
Really? Okay.
Yeah. Arnold pregnant is just hilarious. I don't care. It's hilarious.
I do love Jingle All the Way. I do love Jingle All the Way. I will say that. I do.
I agree. Number 3. This is the blows. Like we are coming to blows this time because I know none of my top 3 are going to match your top 3, and if they do, it's going to be some weird miracle. So I guess let's just do this.
There's no way.
My number 3 is Clerks.
Solid.
I love this movie. It's nostalgic. The fact that Kevin Smith used black and white, A, because he was poor, but B, because it worked for the movie. Like, there's only 2 levels of film that work in black and white modern, and that is movies like Pi, which is a hard watch, and Clerks, which is just absolutely relentless comedy. I don't know how to explain it. It's a level of nostalgia that is so hard to reach, and it just perfects it. The clothing, the video store, the convenience store, the selling the cigarettes to the minors, the hockey game on top of the building, except for where I grew up, it'd be basketball.
The climax.
Yeah, all that stuff was so close to like me as a kid. I mean, Smashing Pumpkins, that's like, it feels like a Smashing Pumpkins video in comedy form. It's 90s to the max. And with the Clerks 3 trailer, when he's like, that's how we did it in the 90s, son, it was absolutely true. And if you all haven't, I don't think John has yet. I can't preach it enough, especially if you've become a parent since you've watched Kevin Smith films. Go watch Jay and Silent Bob Reboot. Actually sit through it the whole way. It gave me feels. So yeah, I'm really excited to see this next chapter.
I need to see that. Yeah, I've been meaning to. Yeah, Clerks is. Yeah, it's so. I'm not even supposed to be here today, dude. I didn't see that till I was in college. Like, I missed the boat on that. And it was one of those, you could just feel the 90s. It felt like you could feel the love in it. It reminded me a lot of Friday, where it's low budget, but people are putting in good performances. It's catchy. It speaks to you. It felt like a friend talking to you. Like, it did. Yeah. And it had some of the weirdest characters you'd ever seen with Jay and Silent Bob, and Randall's awesome, dude. It's great.
You got me the soft toilet paper. The stuff you got back there hurts my hemorrhoids. Like, dude. Oh man, what happens with that character later?
Yeah. That's what I meant with the climax. Yeah. Sorry.
Yeah, that's one way to put it. God, that movie is it's great. And when I was younger, I would have said Jay and Silent Bob or Dogma was my favorite Kevin Smith film. But as I've gotten older, the more and more that I watch his films, because I do enjoy Kevin Smith films, Clerks has to be my favorite. It works.
One of my favorite little tidbits in that movie is the old guy trying to return the videotape that gets angry, and Randall walks past him, and I can't remember what he says to him, but Randall goes, "No time for love, Dr. Jones," because he's wearing the jacket and got the rough hair and stuff like that. And I don't know why, it's his delivery that's so good. And that Randall walk, the doof with, he's like, I don't know, I love that. It's so good. That actor, what's that actor's name again? I can't remember his name.
I can't remember his name either, but he's the reason Clerks 3 took so long to get made.
Is he really?
He kept saying no.
He didn't want to do it
in the movie. What?
How do you say no to that?
Well, so originally he was saying no to Clerks 2. Thank you, Jeff Anderson.
Thank you, Jeff Anderson. Thank you.
Clerks 2 came out. It was mildly well accepted. I thoroughly enjoy it. Yeah. And then he just kept saying no to Clerks 3. Like,
that's so weird.
No,
that's so weird.
I don't know what made him change his mind, but I mean, it baffles me because the Clerks cartoon show was a pretty successful show. Clerks 2 was successful. So why he just stopped doesn't make sense. I mean, the only thing that I knew he was doing was like a sports podcast, which, okay, excuse me for wanting to see another Clerks movie. But withhold judgment. Finally getting Clerks 3, and I'm really excited.
Yeah, the only thing I saw him in was Zack and Miri make a porno. Make a porno, and he's holding the camera underneath the two people. And he's like, careful with the nah, and then he just gets frosted, as he calls it. He gets pooped on. It's classic, dude. Yeah, once again, there's a shower scene where they run out of water, and she's got soap in her hair, and she calls in Seth Rogen, and she's like, give me some water, and like, he opens up the toy, he's like, there's poo in there. She's like, out of the tank, you idiot. Like, thank you, Valentine, what are you doing to me? Anyway, my number 3 would never be on anybody's number 10. I promise you. I'd say 9 out of 10 people have never heard of this movie. I believe I know it was an independent movie. I wish I'd have the actors' names pulled up here. but that is Pool Hall Junkies. It takes place around a sport, but it's not a team sport. It's not all about that. Pool Hall Junkies from start to finish is hilarious. It's one of those. Like we were just talking about. It feels like you're talking to friends. You can feel the love in it. This was a passion project. I think the main character, I can't remember his name, Houlihan something. I'm gonna mess that up. Cunningham. I don't remember. He tried to get it off the ground for like 7 years and finally got it going. It's got Christopher Walken and what could be my favorite Christopher Walken role. It's got the God, he's the bad guy and everything. Now I can't remember his freaking name. God dang it. Anyway, it's got Allison Eastwood, so Clint Eastwood's daughter's in it. It's got the guy who plays the love interest, Hit and Run, and he's Lex Luthor in the Smallville show. A lot of good actors in it. Remember the rundown with the spinning Tarzan jiu-jitsu guy that I was telling you about that's ripped out of his mind? He's in the movie. And it's a buddy hustler money. It's just fun from start to finish, and it's endlessly rewatchable. Endlessly rewatchable. You gotta watch Pool Hall Junkies. Pool Hall Junkies and Hit and Run would be my deep cuts for people that probably have never heard of them. Pool Hall Junkies is amazing. I love pool, that helps, but it's great start to finish. You got to watch it. Christopher Walken's pretty great in Joe Dirt.
Yeah, the knockoff Pulp Fiction.
Yeah, do it again. Stab you in the face with a soldering iron. It's wrong tone. That rundown guy is from Surf Ninjas. Yeah. And he was same guy from Ninja Turtles 2, I think, right? That played Kino, I think. Anyway.
Yeah, I think so. Top 2. Man. Kino and TMNT. Yep.
Yeah.
My number 2 is probably absolutely nobody's number 2, number 1, number 3, hell, top 10 in the world. That's fine. I accept it. It's not like I'm dying on a hill. It's just personal choice. And that is my favorite Martin Lawrence film, Blue Streak.
Blue That's Streak. You cut me off earlier. Yeah.
Yeah. Blue Streak is such a great comedy film. Using the cops and the robbers and doing it in such a small scale. The film doesn't take itself too seriously as a comedy, which, I mean, I think that's what got a lot of comedies in trouble in the early 2000s. But it uses Martin Lawrence to his capacity. You've got Dave Chappelle, Martin Lawrence,
Luke Wilson,
the dude from The Mask.
Yeah, well, Luke Wilson, and then what's that dude's name? God dang it! He's also in Under Siege too.
Yeah,
he's a great actor. Yeah,
yeah, dude, it's such a fun film. I love that movie. I can watch that movie at any point.
William Forsythe's in that too. I was trying to think of his name last week for The Rock. William Forsythe. Yeah, he's in that one too. He's great in everything. He's a very good B-list actor.
Dude, I cannot get enough of that movie. You gotta feed some speed to your ride. You know what I'm saying? God, I love that movie. Absolutely love it. And I think it's strange. What I was actually gonna go there. Martin Lawrence did a lot of cop comedy movies. And I really wonder if that was by choice or if those were just the scripts handed to him after his first cop comedy movie. After Bad Boys. I thought about putting a Bad Boys on here, but I felt like it deserved the title action just a little bit more than comedy. And I know I'm generic. I think my personal favorite of the Bad Boys is the second one, but okay, there we go.
Hey, can I say this? Bad Boys 3 is trash. Can I say that?
I love Bad Boys 3.
God,
I don't care.
Terrible.
I loved it.
Terrible. I know what it is. The third act is terrible.
Fun. John doesn't like anything that's fun. Blue Streak is just awesome. I love it. Another movie that I always just watch back to back with Blue Streak is Bulletproof. I don't know. The tones kind of matched. So, yeah.
Dude, I love Blue Streak. Like, when I get really excited, like, when good things happen to me, one of my first thoughts is him as the pizza delivery guy, and he's breakdancing in the front. That's one of my first thoughts whenever something fun happens to me. Yeah, I don't want to leave it with Shamu over there. Like, I just love that so much. It's bad luck if I fall in it. Believe that. Like, the believe that through the whole movie is so good. Yeah. That's Blue Streak. You know what makes me sad about Blue Streak is that Martin Lawrence proved that he could be a leading man, and he didn't need anybody directly with him. The rest of the movies, like we were talking about, have somebody directly supporting him. He could stand alone. Now, he had supporting actors in that movie, but he could stand alone and do it by himself. I really wish he would have gotten more roles by himself. I think he deserved it.
I also wish Martin, his TV show, would have gotten a little bit longer of a run. Yeah, Black Knight was a rough one.
I like Black Knight. It's not like in my top 50 at all, but I do like Black Knight. Oh, real quick though, Martin Lawrence, a movie that nobody talks about, and that is Nothing to Lose. It's a mid-90s with Tim Robinson. So good.
Yes, and yes.
Yeah. Nothing to Lose is classic.
So good.
My number 2, and this is endlessly rewatchable. It does have a shtick, which is fine. God dang, I love this movie. Hang on. Okay, yeah. My number 2 is Multiplicity.
Who does number 2 work for?
Right. No. Multiplicity. It's my second or third favorite Michael Keaton movie. It's my favorite of his comedies. Obviously, I love Mr. Mom too, and I mean, there's other comedies he's great in, but Beetlejuice and it's anyway. I love the first one is to work so he can have a lighter load and go enjoy life, and then he's on the golf course and he has to come and take care of the kids. Then he has a second one, and that one's supposed to, and then he just keeps making more copies until you get to 4. And have you seen it, Caleb?
No.
Oh my God! He keeps making copies, and eventually, like, the copies get bad, like really not smart, like, and they make more harm than good. And he has a wife, and like he's always trying to like get in and out of these different clones so he can go do things and stuff like that. It's my favorite little part in the movie is like when there's a therapist. He has a mental breakdown and starts breaking stuff at work, and the therapist comes over to him. He's like, "Oh man, it's a tough job." He goes, "Oh yeah." He goes, "What do you do to relax?" He goes, "Well, play golf." He's like, "Oh, golf's a great game." He's like, "How often do you get to go do that?" He's like, "Well, never." "Well, yeah, never. I might have to cut back too. That's gonna hurt." It's just, dude, you gotta watch Multiplicity. I don't want to spoil anything for you, dude, but it's just, oh my God, it's great. It's so good. It's so good.
Man, I haven't seen it. I've heard of it. I know the title.
Multiplicity, dude.
How do I want to do this?
What is your number 2? What are you gonna burn it down with? It's gonna be something silly, isn't it? I know. Jason's like, "What? No, seriously." Yeah, man. Multiplicity. If you haven't watched it for a while, go back, man. It's the story. It's the heart. The comedy. It never stops. It's something you don't see very often. And him playing on himself, dude. Jason, give me a break. Come on now.
I already did number 2. This is my number 1.
Oh, that's right. You went first. My bad. Oh, number 1. Oh my God. Don't tell me Austin Powers because you just made that joke.
Leprechaun in the Hood. No, I'm just kidding. I wouldn't put it past me. It's up there. It almost made honorable mentions. It's funny because this movie I stumbled upon myself when it came out, in 1999. So I was 9 years old. I didn't see it in theaters. I happened to rent it. My cousin and I sat down and watched it. And he stayed the night. And I think we watched it like 4 times that night because we couldn't stop laughing at it. When we hung out, we used to watch Mad TV and Saturday Night Live, and we would flip over the commercial breaks, back and forth. Like, that was our thing. But when this movie came out, it changed the game for us. Idle Hands is my all-time favorite comedy. I get it. I know most people will not agree with me, and that's totally fine. The cast is great. the undead angle is hilarious. Devin Sawyer. Come on, like
Seth Green too. Seth Green's like comedic timing and like his awkward.
Face.
Yeah. Oh, dude, it's so good.
I can watch that movie anytime. I remember if for a very long time that and Little Nicky were the only two movies, like, because we hung out almost every weekend that my cousin and I watched. Like, it was just those two movies over and over and over again. And I can still watch this one a whole lot more than I can watch Little Nicky. I enjoy Little Nicky for what it is. That is just absolutely my favorite comedy. Yes, at number one. It hits all the right parts for me.
No, and it's weird because like I hadn't seen it in a little while. I bought the Scream Factory version, and my wife and I watched it, and it's weird because it's like it's got really nice dark tone. Like the beginning is really kind of scary. Like it kind of throws you off, like that it's going to be more scary than it is. The background music and everything else, the ambiance and stuff like that is really good, and then it kicks into like overtime with the comedy. And it's really good subtle comedy. Some of it's in your face, but the subtle comedy, the little Seth Green moments are my favorite.
And that's something that I feel like kind of died out with the 90s is tonal shifts like that and it working.
Like
movies like that don't really come out anymore. You don't get that, like, the opening sequence is really dark and it feels like a legit horror movie and it's done really well. And then you get past that and boom, straight into comedy. And then bam, right back into dark horror-esque tones, and then bam, right back into comedy. It just has this perfect balance. Yeah, Return of the Living Dead's fun and all. I haven't seen it in a long time. I own it. I enjoy the movie. I need to revisit it. But, yeah, Idle Hands is my number one.
I've got Return of the Living Dead right down there. I still have not seen it, to be honest with you. Been meaning to. I would probably put I would put I would put Army of Darkness, and I would put Tucker and Dale over Idle Hands. I do like Idle Hands though. It is a great movie. It is. I know I'm bad, man. What's weird is it after doing some soul searching, and it's weird, but I'm just not drawn to zombie movies. It's weird. I love The Walking Dead for the most part. Like when it gets to the freaking point, I do like The Walking Dead. But I'm more of a vampires, werewolves kind of guy. I don't know why. Like zombies, there's a lot of bad zombie movies out there, and you can say that too about werewolves and vampires. But vampires have more characteristics. There's usually like a romance, a tortured soul. There's something going on there with that. Same thing with werewolves. I think with zombies, that kind of loses me. Is that do what?
You must punish me. I led them right to you, master.
I think it's just with zombies. I think maybe that's why. I don't know. I wanted to get on a zombie kick, but I just haven't. Zombies are the best. Stop it. Yeah, I mean, Brittany loves zombies too, so I'm hoping that if I can get her to watch some of these, that will kind of help me get excited to watch them. I don't know why they're just not my go-tos. I don't know.
Maybe we should rank zombie movies sometime.
I would love to do that. I need a reason to watch that, man. And to be honest, there's some movies I almost feel like doing commentaries on them might be the best way to get me to watch them because I don't know. Like, I want to watch the original King Kong. I have the original King Kong, the 70s King Kong. I have all the King Kongs, but I have no want to watch the 33 King Kong by myself.
Let's do it.
Yeah? All right. All right, I'm down. We'll do that. My number one puts three of, maybe not the best comedians of all time, but three legendary comedians just rule the entire movie. Written, directed, and starring the same person. And I believe it was 89, 90. I could be completely wrong about that. But it's my number one is Harlem Nights. My dad and I watched this movie. My dad didn't really get into a whole lot of movies. Like, he would laugh at certain movies. This movie, he could watch it 100 times and he would laugh every single time, and it makes me laugh. It's that, you know, my dad was just a very John Wayne tough guy through and through, but this movie just got him, and it gets me. It's, you know, oh, now you're gonna shoot me in my pinky toe. Like, I love it so much. It's endlessly quotable. Red Fox, Richard Pryor at the top of their games. Red Fox is so good. We're watching quick, you mess with a heavyweight. Like, the parrot that makes fun of the other guy. Like, the Red Fox is just so good. I really wish Red Fox would have had like 10 more years of acting, just because he just got better with age, and unfortunately he, in my opinion, kind of got big right where he started to get old, unfortunately. But we're so far off. I know, man. This one's nostalgia. It's family. It's fond memories. Like I said, I just love it so much. It's got Arsenio Hall in it. You never see Arsenio Hall in these movies. Like, it's like I said, written, directed, and starring Eddie Murphy, a young Eddie Murphy, like when he was, up and coming. And this is like right at the almost peak Eddie Murphy, I would say. It's a period piece. It's a gangster movie. It's a comedy. I mean, it's amazing. Saving Silverman. Yes, so good, dude. So I love Coming to America. I really do. Yeah. Super Troopers. That is a good one. I still haven't seen the second one. I own the second one, but no, Harlem Nights to me is everything. It's the movie I go to the most to watch. I love it start to finish. It's amazing. It's amazing. I have nothing bad to say. I love that movie absolutely. If you guys have never seen Harlem Nights, go watch Harlem Nights. I mean, the beginning is just starts off 1920s, then it goes into, or starts off 1900 whatever, it goes into the 20s, 30s. It's so good. Eddie Murphy's like, I haven't had my ass whooped in a while, and last time I did was 1911. Rich Pryor's like, is that when the doctor slapped you on your ass? He's like, yes, and I'm still looking for him. Like, there's just so many good lines in that movie. God, I miss Richard Pryor. Rest in peace, Richard Pryor. One of the greatest of all time.
You know, if we ever do the zombie ranking and you want to watch the worst zombie movie of all time, trust me, it's bad. It's real bad.
Is that Sid Haig?
Yeah. It's one of the many bad attempts of breathing life back into Night of the Living Dead, Dawn of the Dead, Day of the Dead, and it's bad. I honestly only purchased this because it was like, I want to say like $2, and I have not seen it in so long. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to do it. And then it came with these 3D glasses. So, you know, when I do watch it, I'm going to have to. But, yeah. If you think you've seen a bad zombie movie.
Hey, there's a good one from Jason. He says, Undercover Brother, what does that say? Corky Romano? I can't read that.
League.
Sorry. Yep. Yeah, Major League, dude. Major League's amazing. So from Deb, we got, in no particular order, we got Zombieland, Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure, Deadpool. Deadpool's great. Superbad, Van Wilder, Clueless. I love Clueless. Hangover, Spaceballs, American Pie, Evil Dead 2. Heck yeah, man. Now, Deb, I do like Van Wilder. It's like American Pie. It's good from start to finish. It's got a lot of energy. It's great. What do you think about Just Friends, though? I would put Just Friends over Van Wilder. Just by a little bit. And I'd put Waiting over Van Wilder, too. I don't know why. Van Wilder, maybe it's just a little bit too much fast food for me. I don't know. Just Friends is amazing.
Another good comedy that I feel bad for not throwing in my honorable mentions is The New Guy.
Which one's the new guy? The New Guy.
Oh, man. No.
I haven't seen Still Waiting. I got to get on that. You haven't seen those? Oh, Deb, you got to get on that, man. Just Friends is an awesome romantic comedy with Ryan Reynolds. Oh, okay. I've seen that. Yeah. No. I'm sorry. I've seen the case, but I've actually never seen The New Guy. I'm surprised nobody's mentioned Grandma's Boy. Like, I'm kind of surprised that nobody mentioned it. It would make my top 20, but I just, a lot of people love it. I love Employee of the Month is great. Wouldn't make top 50, but Bring It On is also great. Get out of here. Get out of here. I love you too. No, I love you, man. No, that is a good one. I love that the scene with the fart. It was totally a fart. Like, oh god, it's been a while since I've seen I Love You, Man, but that is great. And I mean, all the Seth Rogen stuff, that kind of era with those guys too, Anchorman, and you gotta love Knocked Up, man. You gotta love. It's raunchy, but God, I love Knocked Up. We just watched that not too long ago too. I'm trying to look. Oh, My Blue Heaven is another probably a movie most people hadn't seen. It's got Steve Martin and I lost his name. Help me out here, Rick Moranis. Watch that if you want a solid friendship comedy. It's really, really good. Grandma's Boy, but not top 10. Yeah. My Blue Heaven's classic though.
Bad Santa.
Bad Santa. Yeah, there you go. Did I say Weekend at Bernie's? Weekend at Bernie's also is.
Yeah, you did.
So good.
I was a kid raised on the first two Austin Powers movies, so I would even be okay tossing those in. Wayne's World. God.
Black Sheep, Tommy Boy.
Yep.
Beverly Hills Ninja.
Yes.
I do love Pauly Shore. I thought about putting it in my honorable mentions. I do love Son-in-Law. That movie when it came out was crazy good.
Son-in-Law is my all-time favorite Pauly Shore film. Closely, man, I don't know what I'd put second, but yeah, Son-in-Law is great.
I love In the Army Now.
Yeah. If we did top 25, it'd make it in there.
Yeah, it'd probably be pretty close to me too. Yeah, and it's also hard when you're trying to not put superhero movies, when you're not trying not put buddy cops, or movies like I said, Varsity Blues, where it's, there's romance, there's also, but it's a team effort. It just kind of puts it off into its own thing. So, for the top 10, I really wanted to focus in on what are the staples in my life that I watch the most. Encino Man is great, yes. Poor Brendan Fraser, man, he got cut down in his prime, and he's just the sweetest guy. Question for everybody: it is not a comedy, but have you seen School Ties with Brendan Fraser? School Ties is completely underrated. Chris O'Donnell, Ben Affleck, and Brendan Fraser, and there's a couple other big name actors in it too. I can't think of their names, but go watch School Ties. It's a drama. It's really good though. I have lots of watched it at a time, but wouldn't put it in top 10. Robin Hood Men in Tights. Oh yeah. Robin Hood Men in Tights is so good. My wife's number one would be Forgetting Sarah Marshall. I would say I love Forgetting Sarah Marshall, or not. Yeah, Forgetting Sarah Marshall, but it didn't. It might make top 25.
Trying to think.
Yeah, thanks, Jason. Yeah, School Ties, man. It's a weird hidden gem that just nobody knows about. Nobody ever I showed it to my wife. She's like, "That's a good movie." And Brendan Fraser was a hunk in that movie. He's better in Mummy, but yeah, dude. Like I said, young Ben Affleck in School Ties, young Chris O'Donnell.
One that I'm really sad I didn't put in my honorable mentions, Bubba Hotep. God, I love that movie.
Never seen it. I got to get on that.
Bruce Campbell.
Yeah, I know all about it. I just haven't seen it. I do love Boat Trip. I think you mean Road Trip, right? Road Trip was good. I don't know about Boat Trip. My bad. I did say Euro Trip.
Oh God.
The Change Up. Yeah. It's been a long time. Since it came out, but yeah. I just watched Hall Pass. Jason Bateman. There it is.
Joe Pesci fishing movie.
Still Gone Fishing. So good.
Yes. Thank you.
Danny Glover. Yep.
That's an all-time favorite. It's a staple. I love that movie.
I love it too, growing up. Now, if you haven't seen Gone Fishing, it is awesome. Yeah. In a very different Joe Pesci role, Cuba Gooding Jr. and
absolutely
I haven't seen it. Oh, okay, Boat Trip. Okay, it's on my radar. Okay, I thought you were talking about Road Trip.
Holy crap! I haven't thought about boat tripping forever.
Boat Trip. I'm
Wow.
writing that down. Hang on. Hang on. Pencil.
I don't care. I know a lot of people hate it, but Rat Race. I loved
I
Rat
like
Race.
I like Rat Race. A lot of good actors.
Yeah. Let me see your tongue. Oh.
That's a young Dane Cook. I forgot it was him until a couple years ago when my wife and I were watching it. And I was like, where do I know him from? Because he has hardly any speaking lines in the movie, which is great because he got a good payday for doing nothing.
Yeah.
Sorry, just looking at my Fanboys. Have you seen that? You probably haven't seen that. It's the geek Star Wars thing. They're trying to break into the Skywalker Ranch to see episode 1 before it comes out. Fanboys is underrated. Ooh, I gotta say, a hidden gem that it's kind of like, you know how I always talk about surviving the game is like a go-to. I have a passion for it, but I don't know where to place it. Take Me Home Tonight is one of my favorite romance comedies of all time. God, do I love Take Me Home Tonight. It's got, what's his name from that 70s show? Topher Grace. And the other guy is from Fantastic Beasts, and he's from The Walking Dead and Balls of Fury. And dude, Take Me Home Tonight is so good.
Dodgeball.
Yeah, Fanboys is so good. What?
Dodgeball.
Oh yeah, if you can dodge a wrench, you can dodge a ball. Oh yeah, dodgeball is so good. Nobody makes me bleed my own blood. Just Married? Yeah. There you go with Cameron Diaz. Yeah.
Mystery Men.
Yeah, Mystery Men. Good call. I do love that. Pull my fingers. So good. I did say The Mask. Watch was okay. I'm looking at my list now. Have you ever seen Spies Like Us? It's got Dan Aykroyd and Chevy Chase. It's kind of just they're spies, American spies that have to go into Russia, kind of, just to speed it up. It's kind of a fun old comedy. Stay tuned. I don't know if you've seen that. That's way out there though. You really have to like that. But
Me, myself,
and Irene.
Yes. The Longest Yard.
Yeah, the remake or original?
Either.
Yeah, I prefer the remake. I tried to watch the original and I got about halfway through and gave up. Hot Shots.
Yeah.
You know, I got to rewatch The Pest. I tried to watch The Pest.
Dude, I love that movie.
Couldn't make it through it.
I love that movie. Maybe it's one of the movies I'm happy to have left in the past. I'm not sure, but I need a copy of that. That was one of my staples when I was a kid.
Yeah. I got to try it again.
Party all the time.
I feel like you need a little bit of cocaine to watch that movie, though. I really do. It is a lot of energy. But I think that's
blind.
Oh, dude, man,
blind.
Oh, brother, where art thou?
Yes.
And then Out Cold. Remind me, Out Cold. Out Cold. What? It sounds so familiar. Out Cold. I feel like I can almost see the.
Is it Fatherhood? With Patrick Swayze?
Fatherhood? Is that the one with the truck? No.
Where he finds out that like he's a solo dad and
yeah, with the truck and the kid. Yeah. No, I remember that being good. I don't remember that being a comedy though.
Maybe I'm recalling incorrectly, but I don't know.
Carmen Electra, Oh My Mercy. Yeah, Out Cold. Yeah, maybe I just don't. Hearing Matt groan, some of these is funny. Comedies is so subjective. Yeah, and I mean, I'm looking at Red. I'm looking at Rush Hour 1, 2, and 3. Yeah. Ooh, K9. I'm just gonna get into like buddy cops now. K9 is a guilty pleasure, but I love 1, 2, and 3 on those. Beverly Hills Cop, obviously. Like now, I'm just pulling all those, but man, I don't know. Comedies, especially when like I was growing up, the comedies were very different, and then in the '90s. Yeah, it switched, and in the 2000s it changed too. I love Kick-Ass. I actually might like the second one more. Yeah, so in the 80s, comedy was all about the dumb, lovable guys that were dumb, and it was always on them and how they just couldn't get into life. And in the 90s, it was kind of like Chris Farley making fun of his weight and stuff like that. And it was like making fun of themselves for their appearance or their stuff like that. And it compiled on that, but it kind of went to the next level. And in the thousands, it was just like, how outrageous and ugly and dumb can we sound and say things you're not supposed to say. And then in the teens, it's nothing. There's just hardly anything whatsoever.
Did we cover The Office or Office Space? Sorry.
I do love Office Space. Somebody's got a case of the Mondays. It's been a while, but I've only seen it twice. I do like it, though.
Yeah.
Shanghai Nights. Yeah, it's been a while. I do like Shanghai Noon and Shanghai Nights. Yeah. Yeah, Kindergarten Cop's so good. So good.
I really... so for Ace
Ventura?
I like When Nature Calls. That's
first
one of my favorite comedies. The first one, stupid humor has its place, and I get what you're saying. I'm not as big of a fan of those types of movies. A couple on my list could be considered stupid humor, but like Airheads, but it was kind of appealing to a specific group of people. But I get what you're saying. It's kind of like slapstick comedy. I don't really connect to those movies as much. That's kind of, no offense, how I felt about The Hangover. Like, it was just lots of dude party movies. I just,
Jason, what's your top two, man? Didn't like Shanghai movies as much. Watched them recently this year, but they were so funny as kids. Yeah, I haven't seen them in a little while. I've got one and two.
I've been afraid to go back to those. Those are... Whew.
Yeah, I can't do Napoleon Dynamite. It's too much.
That's one... I hated Napoleon Dynamite until about like 2 years ago. I loathed it. I hated it. Every time I watched it, I got mad. I just couldn't stand it. And then just a couple of years ago, I watched it. I was like, okay, I kind of get it now. I kind of get it. Same could be said about Step Brothers. The first time I saw it, I hated the movie.
Same here.
Loathed every second of it. Second time I watched it, could not stop laughing.
Yeah.
I don't know what happened. It was only like a couple months between my viewings, so I don't know what changed, but...
It took me a long time. It took me till I saw Elf to really like... wow. Help.
Step Brothers?
Yeah, well, no, but Will Ferrell. Yeah, it took me a long time to like Will Ferrell. It took like movies like The Other Guys and a couple others to, Lego Movie, Elf. Like, it took me a while to come to it, but Jason said that Saving Silverman and Say It Ain't So. Those are solid. I love Saving Silverman. That's one that nobody ever talks about, too. Jack Black is great in that. Oh, what's his name from American Pie's in that, too. And, God, whatever her name is in it, she is too hot. Saving Silverman's a solid movie. God, what's that one? Crazy Stupid Love? No. Wedding Days. Wedding Days is good. Also with, God dang it. The guy from American Pie. Anyway, the Lego movies. Yeah, dude, I love. And Batman Lego movie is hilarious. Like, so good. Everything is awesome. Steve Zahn is a riot. Dude, whatever happened to Steve Zahn? You're right, man, Jason. Like, Steve Zahn is awesome. From Joyride to the one, damn it. What was the one you said earlier, Caleb? Security, National Security?
National Security.
Yeah. I mean, he's good at everything he's in. What happened to Steve Zahn?
I don't know.
Yeah, I can see that. It seems like a lot of people, you either love Napoleon Dynamite or you can't stand it. I hear it. And Spaceballs are way more fun to reference than they are to watch. I do like Spaceballs. I do feel like it is missing a little bit there. It is a little shoot. Sound effects in the Lego Batman movie gets me every time. Yeah, man, everything is so good. Brittany singing every once in a while the Batman song. He's like, no parents, real rich, kind of helps. Like, it's just the whole movie just plays on itself so well. And then Robin's running around and he's like, and rip, and he rips his pants off. It's hilarious, dude. Also a movie, Batman Lego is also another movie you need to have a little bit of cocaine before you watch it, because that opening scene is so much happening. It's hard to keep up with. That thing you do, another solid call, man. Man, that's another one nobody talks about. God, I can't remember the kid's names that's in it. He's in Can't Hardly Wait. He's in Vegas Vacation. Um, that Thing You Do that's a good movie too. And of course it's got Tom Hanks. Yeah, Steve Zahn. Yeah, he's great in that one too, man. What happened to Steve Zahn? He just called it a day. I don't know. Ethan Embry? Okay. Yeah.
I'm looking at my collection, realizing how few comedy films I actually own.
Well, you let me know, man. I'll make a trip to the pawn shop. We'll make that change.
It's majority of what I own is horror. Like,
dude, I will say it's been a while, but I do really like 21 and 22 Jump Street. I do. What Women Want. Yes. Yes. Hey, Overboard, it didn't age well, but in 2017 they flipped it and did that. I love Overboard. Overboard's great. No one's mentioned Forgetting Sarah Marshall, then we need to talk about it. I did mention that it would be your number one. I said it might make my top 25. I do love Forgetting Sarah Marshall. I do like Get Him to the Greek, but it wouldn't make top 50 at all. Sarah, with Matt McConaughey. I last remember seeing Steve Zahn and in Sahara. Yeah. I don't know if I ever watched that.
Sorry, gotta see if this section has any more comedy. Because
it sucks. My Halloween posters blocking my comedy section, but we talked about Nothing to Lose. God, what a good movie. Down Periscope. I love Down Periscope, man. Down Periscope's hilarious.
Wow.
Bowfinger. Animal House. I like it. It's classic. I love Forgetting Sarah Marshall, but romantic comedies, I did have Clueless on my list, so yeah, dude. Well, yeah, it'd be up there for romantic comedies.
Seven Psychopaths, and Snatch, I would consider in the comedy. Well, comedy action, but comedy.
Yeah, Snatch is a weird kind of dry. It's a different comedy, but yeah, I could see that. Yeah, one-liners. Dumb and Dumber wasn't in my top 10, but the one-liners in that one are great. Like, there's a lot of good comedies in the '90s that had a lot of good one-liners.
House Party.
I called out House Party's honorable mention. Yeah, dude, House Party, it was on Netflix not too long ago. 1 and 2 are great. 3's meh. Whatever happened to Kid and Play? I don't know. The Kid and Play movie. What Class Act? Love Class Act. Good call on that though. I've not seen Born in East LA.
Me either.
Yeah. Super bad. It is all one-liners. Good story. Funny thing about my back is it's on my dude. She's DTF like this. Oh my God. Step Brothers is endlessly quotable. Good call, Matt. That's another solid slam dunk. Waiting has a bunch. Van Wilder has a bunch.
What was the
House Party's solid, babe. You gotta watch that.
What was the Billy Bob Thornton movie where he's the baseball coach?
I don't know. It makes me think of Rookie of the Year, but the gas station scene is my favorite scene from any movie. Gas station scene in Step Brothers.
Bears. Bad News Bears.
Oh yeah, Bad News Bears. Good call. Good call.
Yeah. Thank you. I was trying to figure that out.
Whoa. Jason just said semi-pro over Step Brothers. I respect and appreciate that. I don't agree, but I respect and I like that there's some love out there for semi-pro. I saw that in theaters.
I didn't really like semi-pro, and I didn't really like Blades of Glory either.
Blades of Glory.
I feel like Talladega Nights is overhyped. It is funny.
I am paralyzed. I wake up in the morning. I'm just what does he say? Big hairy winning machine. I piss excellence. I do love Talladega Nights. Like Walker Texas Ranger. Oh my God, dude.
Ladies and gentlemen, in the background, I had Cop Out playing while we were doing this, and the next recommended video was Due Date. So Netflix has Due Date right now. Just everybody notate that. Um,
Now the gas station scene, Matt and Superbad. Are you talking about when he's having to flip it up into his waistband, and they're like looking at the magazines, and like they have to get something before school, and then right before his car gets towed off, so good.
Basketball.
Dear sweet baby Jesus. It's semi-pro. Oh my god, basketball. Yeah, it's been a long time since I've seen basketball. That is funny. That is a good movie.
Kingpin. Yes.
It's weird because it was like right there at the tip of greatness, and for some reason it's a little weird. I think it like it's
Well, it is.
what's
weird.
his name? Randy Quaid is great in it, and then Woody Harrelson's great in it. What's her name in it is a fox. I don't know her name, but she is absolutely drop dead gorgeous. I do like Kingpin. And obviously it's got Bill Murray, but it is a great comedy. I do enjoy it, but it was missing just a little something to just take it into the 10 out of 10. I don't know what it was missing, but
dude, oh god.
yeah, Perfect 10. Perfect 10. Yeah.
Robin Williams, Vietnam.
Oh, Good Morning Vietnam, dude. Yeah. Good Morning Vietnam. What's the difference between the Marines and Cub Scouts? And the Cub Scouts don't have heavy artillery. I do love Stripes. Stripes is a solid one. That's an all-star cast there with Harold Ramis, John Candy, and Bill Murray, dude. Stripes, good call, Jason. That's a solid. That's a great one. And I mean, there's some Eddie Murphy ones we're leaving out too. Like I said, the Golden Child, dude, so underrated. Nobody talks about that. Death of Smoochie, I've never seen it. I'm not sure why that's never come up. I just never seen it.
Okay. Death to Smoochie is such a weird movie. Like, is it funny? Yes. Is it weird? Yes. Daddy Daycare. Okay, so
it's pretty fun. It's pretty fun. I admit it. I just came from
all those movies kind of fit in this like weird bubble that I'm not really fond of. Like,
oh my god,
cool, but yeah,
dude. You know what? One of an amazing. I think we talked about it on our Bruce Willis ones. We haven't talked about now. The Whole 9 Yards is awesome. From beginning to end, it's hilarious.
Yeah, great movies. God, yeah. I mentioned that I was watching Cop Out in the background and didn't even cover his best 2 comedies. That's disappointing.
Yeah, Kevin Smith. Yeah, man. Yeah, that's Kevin Smith is Cop Out. Yeah, Steve Zahn is in Daddy Daycare. I totally forgot about that, dude. Totally forgot about that. But man, that makes me want to go watch National Security. I think I've got it. I think I do. You brain farting?
Princess Bride.
Brittany actually said that earlier. She did. I said, it's not a. I mean, it's funny, but it's not a comedy. It's
a comedy.
It's not a comedy. It's fantastical. It's fantasy.
It's a play on fantasy film in comedy form. It's just like Scary Movie. It's just like Hot Shots. It's just like it's the same. It's like Robin Hood Men in Tights. It's a spoof of a genre.
No, because it does have some comedy background, but I don't know. It's fantasy satire.
Yes.
It's too much everything else to be put in a comedy, I think.
Role Model.
Oh, yeah. Role Model's so good. Smell my finger. Yeah.
Oh, my God. To think of a Sean William Scott movie that wasn't Dukes of Hazzard or American Pie, so thank you. Stark Raving Mad was pretty good, too, but it wasn't full comedy. It was...
Dude, like you said, Rundown, buddy cop comedy, Rundown's hilarious.
Yeah.
A little thunder, a little lightning.
Yep.
Princess Bride is my absolute favorite. That's like saying Forrest Gump of something just because it's funny, but it's not a comedy per se. Yeah, Forrest Gump is a drama, it leans hard on the comedy, but it's a drama. Yeah. Dude, where's my car?
Dude, Where's My Car is something that I watched a lot when it came out.
Awesome.
And then I have never really laughed at Forrest Gump while watching it. It's just the quotes that come afterwards. Because while
Yeah.
watching it, the whole time you're like, "Oh my god, this is horrible." Um,
Oh, Walk
Walk,
Hard. I
Walk
never
Hard.
saw it.
Okay, I should have added this to my one of my worst theater experiences. After 10 minutes, I walked out. I was not having a good time. Maybe
Yeah,
15. I
I
just
like.
no.
I can't remember his name, but I do like him as an actor. It's just it was one of those times where like so many weird, quirky, goofy comedies were coming out that Will Ferrell like real slapstick, that awkward, dumb vibe. I couldn't quite get into him. Some Like It Hot, Marilyn Monroe. I have not seen that. That's old school.
Nothing.
Million Ways to Die in the West. Good call. I love Million Ways to Die in the West. Super good. Charlize Theron. So good. Oh, dude.
Um,
Hancock. Or not. Well, Hancock is funny, but Hitch.
yeah.
That's a good
Men in
romantic
Black.
comedy.
Men in Black. Let's just. I don't care.
Oh
It's
yeah.
sci-fi comedy. Uh, wow. I'm running out of stuff, man.
Yeah, I'm looking at mine. I can't quite see. I'm weird. I gotta redo my stack, man. I got War Dogs in my comedy section. I don't know what I'm thinking. Chasing Amy, it ain't making a list anywhere, but I do like it. I see Dogma, Jackass.
Really, girl. Uh,
Yeah, it is a whole new list. I get it. Yeah, now we're just talking about awesome. Captain Ron, yes, good call to Captain Ron. I can't remember that guy's name, the side actor, but Kurt Russell's amazing in Captain Ron.
Double Dragons.
What?
I said Double Dragons.
Oh my God, get out of here, dudes! Has anybody seen Stakeout? Emilio Estevez and forget his
Yes.
name from
It's been a
What
very
About
long
Bob
time.
and well, What About Bob?
What was the movie? Okay. I cannot think of the cast, but hold on. The dude is like an adult, but he's acting like a kid, and he wants to go to Wally World, which is like a theme park.
It's Vacation,
Is that Vacation?
National Lampoon's Vacation. Yeah.
That can't be right.
Well, I mean, it's Wally World. I don't know if they have it in any other movies, but yeah, John Candy's
But
at
this
the end.
dude, who's like a full-grown man, is acting like a small child.
Are you talking about Big? Tom Hanks?
No, Tom Hanks isn't in it. Shit. I remember he rides this dinosaur ride. And it's really weird because it's almost shot like Child's Play 3. God, that one's gonna kill me.
He's acting
I
like
figured
a.
you would know. What's the dad's name in Beethoven? The actor.
Oh yeah.
Clifford! Yes! Thank you. Not the big red dog, just Clifford. Dinosaur World. Why did I think that was Wally World? Yes! Thank you. Clifford. Yes! I loved that movie as a kid. Absolutely loved it. And I couldn't think of the actor's name who plays the adult kid. Yeah. God, I love
Yeah.
that movie.
Yeah, Brittany brought up Uncle Buck and Cool Runnings. Cool Runnings is so good. Peace be to Journey. I love it when I can't remember what he calls it. Tallulah. Oh, boy, that's a funny name, Tallulah. He's like, that's my mother's name. He's like, I like Tallulah. That's nice. But yeah, Senka, are you dead, man? Yeah. How about I draw a line down your forehead and make it look like a butt? Like that's Cool Runnings is great too. John Candy, rest in peace. Gone too soon. Armed and Dangerous. I don't know if you've ever seen that. It's got him and oh, I knew I was gonna mess it up. Levy, John. No, not John Levy. Daniel Levy's his son. Anyway, the dad from American Pie. They're in it. It's awesome. Go watch it.
Blazing Saddles.
Classic. I have not seen it all the way through. I feel like I get to the third act, and for whatever reason, something has always come up. I do like Blazing Saddles, though. Eugene, thank you. God, why is that so hard to remember? Dude, here's something that nobody ever talks about that is a very solid comedy, and that is Last Vegas. Have you ever seen that? Came out 6, 7, 8 years ago, whatever it was. It's got Kevin Kline is in it. It's got oh my God, Morgan Freeman. Damn, who's all in that? It's been a while since I've seen it, but dude, go watch. I'm gonna watch it very soon now that I've said it. But Las Vegas is super good. It's like a more heartfelt, calmed down version of The Hangover, kind of. That's what it feels like to me. Maybe it's because they're in Vegas, but I'm looking at, dude, also
bucket list.
Oh, The Bucket List, dude. That movie, you talk about, that movie is like Big Daddy, where it starts off so funny and then it gets so serious at the end, and it's like, dude, man, is that a good one? The Bucket List. It's a good call. Ooh, real quick. Is As Good as It Gets. As Good as It Gets with Jack Nicholson is a great comedy.
Anger Management.
Oh yeah.
Now I can't think of the movie's name. Meryl Streep and Tommy Lee Jones. They play a married couple. It came out like within the last 10, 15 years. And they like don't get along at all. They sleep in different rooms and all this. And it is a romantic comedy, but I remember watching it and actually really liking it. Shit. Oh, I can't think of the name. Tanya and I went to theaters to see it forever ago.
Huh. Yeah,
Wow.
I don't know.
It was one of Tommy Lee Jones's last films.
Huh. I wish he would have done more. He did a lot, but I really wish he would have done more. Dude, Secondhand Lions, dude.
Yes. Secondhand Lions is one of my all-time favorite movies. I think if we do a heartfelt section, that one's going to be really high on my list. Because that movie, God.
Man of the House.
I Heard About You, Man of the House.
Oh, House Bunny. House Bunny, now that I'm thinking about it. I did like that. It wouldn't make any list, but now we're just talking about funny, good comedies. 10 Things I Hate About You, yeah. Been a while, yeah, I do. That's a good one.
A Knight's Tale.
Oh,
adventure with comedy.
Yeah, more action and sport, but yeah, I do love A Knight's Tale. What was it? Dang it, A Major Pain, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I see you and your friend Kuchu got a little attitude dude problem. I'm gonna fix that quick, fast, and in a hurry.
Blank Man.
Oh my God, I love Blank Man. Yes.
Yes.
So good.
Yes.
So good. And a lot of those jokes I did not get as a kid.
No, absolutely not. And
yeah, Secondhand Lines is great.
Wow. I watched that as a child.
Your first place go to. Do you read sign language? Or no, do you understand sign language? Do you read lips? Well, if you don't answer me when I speak to you, I'm gonna put my foot in your ass.
Nutty Professor was really good back in the day. Yeah,
it was. That was the one though that kind of tipped him. Like he then it's like Norbert. Oh my God, I cannot believe he did that.
Wow, what was the one where he played like a monk? Or like he had vowed to live a life of like just like calm, cool collectedness, and he dressed in like a white loose flowy shirt and pants. Oh my God.
Oh, Grumpy Old Man. Good call. I love Grumpy Old Man. Walter Matthau. Oh my God. And what's the other guy? Oh, so good. What?
Out to Sea.
Out to Sea. Yeah. Problem Child.
Dennis the Menace.
Yeah, Dennis the Menace. Yeah, dude, I just watched that not too long ago with the nephews. I forget how good that movie's actually pretty solid. They put a lot of money into that. Oh, dude, Bedazzled.
Yes, Bedazzled.
Yeah, dude, Zoolander. Yes, Zoolander's so good.
Yeah,
dude, Bowfinger cannot be your favorite, Britt. Come on. I like it. It's good. It cannot be the favorite.
Life for me.
What? Stop. I like Live, but it cannot be your favorite. There's no way.
It is.
Over all Beverly Hills Cops.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Are you serious? Over 48 hours. Trading Places. Yes. Oh my God. The Golden Child.
Yeah.
Oh, Bedazzled and Zoolander. Yeah, man, dude. Life for me. Oh, wow. I just watched Life like, I don't know, 4 or 5 months ago. It is good, but man, wow, I'm glad there's love out for it. I really am. The chemistry between him and Martin Lawrence is great. Starsky and Hutch, I got to go back and watch that. I have not. I have not seen that. Um, let's see. I'm looking at. I almost got to Zoolander. I looked at it and then I broke to look at that. Let's see. Analyze This, Analyze That are two really good movies. They wouldn't make any list whatsoever, but I think I mentioned The Great Outdoors. Summer Rental with John Candy is also great. Harry Crumb is great. John Candy just couldn't miss. Snoop is in that? Okay. Dude, Snoop is really good in Baby Boy. Baby Boy? Pretty sure it's Baby Boy. But that's a drama. There's very little comedy in it. Ving Rhames is in that though. It's good. It is a good movie. It's weird. I'm looking at some of these and I'm like, nah, it's not really. I'm looking at Santa Claus. It's a classic. Scrooge, like we said earlier. We did talk about Elf. Jumanji. It's not. It's very heavy on the comedy, but it's. I wouldn't say it's a comedy. I really wish Ernest would have more respect these days because it kind of kills me. Everything John Candy did was great. Dude, Jason, what? Now you just said that, so this is dumb, but can I get some love for Nothing But Trouble with Chevy Chase, Demi Moore, Dan Aykroyd, and John Candy? Like, Nothing But Trouble is the weirdest, quirkiest thing ever. It's a fever dream that was inspired by a Dan Aykroyd life experience and Hellraiser. That's crazy. I got to get on the Starsky and Hutch. I don't own it. It's going to happen now, though. Let's see, Starsky and Hutch. Who's in that? Is it Owen Wilson and what's his name? God dang. Meet the Parents. Meet the Parents. I actually like Meet the Fockers better. What? Ben Stiller. Thank you. God, it's killing me. Killing me. You know what's crazy, man? The Cable Guy. I want to talk about The Cable Guy for a second. $60 million budget. $60 million budget. Ben Stiller is directing it, and he paid Jim Carrey, who is up and coming. He did Dumb and Dumber, and he did Ace Ventura before that. He paid him $30 million to be in The Cable Guy. Half of your budget went to Jim Carrey. Ben Stiller is a comedic actor. And you damn, like you paid half your budget to Jim Carrey in his prime. And maybe his first kind of flop.
What's the other main character's name? The actor.
Oh, Ferris Bueller. Hang on.
Inspector Gadget.
Yeah, hang on. No, it's killing me. I've got Godzilla. Hang on.
Yeah.
No, it's not John Cusack. Matthew Broderick. Dang it, I saw it. It's right there.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah. It's not Matthew Broderick. Sorry, Brittany said John Cusack. I do like The Cable Guy, but it's so crazy that Jim Carrey got paid $30 million. You got half the budget for that. It's crazy. Yeah, dude, why does everybody hate this Godzilla movie? I saw it in theaters and freaking loved it. Like, this movie and Jurassic Park, The Lost World, or whatever the second one's called, came out, and everybody pooped on that, too, and still does to this day. I like the second Jurassic Park. I like this Godzilla. I prefer this Godzilla over the 2013, 2014 Godzilla. Not over King of the Monsters. Well,
fun movie, but nah. And what's funny is Godzilla Kong movie. I watched it finally and just.
Yeah, it's weird how some things. Yeah. But I really do want to watch that 1933. I just for the history, for experiencing it. But we gonna need a couple beverages to get through that. But yeah, man, dude, I've had a lot of fun tonight, man. Just reliving some of these great comedies. Not everything can make a top 10, and like I said, most of them, it's personal for me. What I rewatched, what I grew up with. The staples and some of them are weird for me, and that's It's just a preference thing. I understand there's definitely funnier movies than like Twins and stuff like that. But the hot takes I will say are Hit and Run. You got to watch that if you haven't seen it. And Pool Hall Junkies if you haven't seen it. And then Caleb's was Death. My handwriting, I can't read it. Death Gasm. I have not seen that. I'm going to have to write that, or going to have to see that. And then Boat Trip. I'm going to be watching that too. And Starsky and Hutch now. I had a lot of fun in theaters with it too, man. I just don't know why. Godzilla, I like it with Matthew Broderick, and the other guy I can't. Anyway, my names are just leaving, but I don't have anything this week for the franchise and where it should have ended, or maybe where it should continue. Since we're doing comedies, I kind of like to keep it together in the same vein, and I couldn't really think of comedies that should have stopped. Like, there's not a whole lot of sequels in comedies. Like, there's 2 or 3, but it's not enough to where it just kills the franchise. It's not like horror movies or action movies where they just keep pumping them out. Yeah, I'll have to watch that Boat Trip, man. Caleb, have you seen it? I can't remember if you said you had or not.
Yeah, it's been a really long time. I hadn't thought about it in ages, and then he's like, boat trip, and I was like, oh, yeah, it's been a long time. It was a weird. I remember thinking it was funny at the time. I need to go back and watch it.
Yeah. Roger Moore's in it? Okay. Another good Bond actor, who's in some weird Bond movies, but classic Bond, third Bond.
Moonraker, man, that's all I gotta say.
Yeah, I think my favorite with his is The Man with the Golden Gun. I don't know. What's his name? God dang. Count Dooku. Wow, I'm telling you, I'm usually like with names, but not tonight. Just passed away a couple years ago. Rest in peace. Vampire, Star Wars, Lord of the Rings. I can't remember his name, but anyway, he's the guy, the man with the golden gun. Anyway, hey guys, thanks for watching us tonight. We had a lot of fun. This top 10 was hard. It could be shifted. There's a lot of good comedies out there. I just picked a lot of them that had emotional connections to. Like I said, without the superhero, without the buddy cop, but Christopher Lee, thank you. Yes, God, man. Like I said, names are just not there, but yeah, thanks for saving me on that one, and for a bunch of others too. But next week, Caleb, we have, switching gears a little bit. Next Wednesday, the Halloween Ends trailer will drop on Wednesday. We will go live Thursday night. I would like to do a little something Halloween related next week. We will talk about that and figure that out. Watch the trailer together if possible. Our thoughts, what we want that to do, maybe where that franchise should have ended. We're getting close now to October where we'll switch gears a little bit here, go back to horror a little bit, and I want to pump out a lot of good Halloween content because it's something. It's one of our favorites. It's Caleb's favorite horror franchise, so it's something I really want to nail into. But had a lot of fun switching gears with action and comedy. Bruce Willis, like we've had a lot of fun streams, and I really appreciate everybody for coming. I've got a couple of my custom videos and hauls that I'm going to be doing here soon, so hopefully we'll have a lot of good stuff up soon. So, because this is my favorite next to H6, just throwing that out there. Oh my God, woo-wee, hot dog diggity-doos. That's a hot take right there, Caleb. Hang in there, buddy. Let's see. Deb said I've never seen the Friday the 13th or Halloween movies, so I'm. Oh my God. Holy God. I'm so jealous of you, Deb. Let me just take out. Hang on. Now, Jason, we're going to get there. We can't get emotional about this, about kills, but we gotta, dude, Deb, I'm so jealous. Oh my God, Deb. So it's got some hills, it's got some valleys when it comes to Halloween, dude, but I can't wait to hear what you think. I can't wait for you guys to watch them, you and Matt. I want to know. Can't wait. When it comes to Friday the 13th, Friday the 13th is a B-list kind of ripoff of Halloween and Psycho. More Psycho and some other ones beforehand, but it kicked off everything we know and love today for the most part. Like Halloween is a masterpiece, but Friday the 13th really took it to the next level when it comes to pumping out year after year stuff. So hold on tight for the first movie, and then just keep rocking out Friday the 13th. It's so good.
I would start with Halloween.
Yeah. Are these old movies? Matt, I know what you're saying, man. I know, but Halloween is a classic, man, from start to finish. It's 1978, then it goes to 81, and then it goes off the rails and comes back a little bit here and there. But it's a masterpiece. It's one of the best slashers of all time. You got to watch it. If you do buy Friday the 13th, I recommend you can either buy these. This right here comes with the first 8 movies with digital download on Amazon Prime Day. Yesterday it was $24. It's a steal. As of today, I don't have it next to me, the Friday the 13th box set was $95 on Amazon. It has all the movies, including a couple of different alternate cuts. I definitely recommend that one as well. $95 is a steal for 12 movies. Get that one. So yeah, Deb and Matt, cannot wait to hear your thoughts on those. Yeah, dude, super excited. It's going to be fun. Yeah, dude. Okay, but hang in there, Matt. Like I'm telling you, it's a staple. You have to know it. It's history. It's movie history. Go watch it. I can't wait to hear it. Another word for old. It is old. Yeah, it is. But it doesn't change it from being a masterpiece. I'll tell you. Give it a shot. But anyway, thank you guys for watching. We will be back soon with more stuff. Oops, sorry, Caleb.
Jason, Halloween Kills, we have so much on it. We have nothing positive. We have some positive, but not very much. Also, Jason asked, is that Lord Dracon behind you?
Yeah. It's a cool little statue. Yep. They just came out with the Lightning Collection helmet. I have not bought it yet. I will wait for that to go to discount because it's like $120. Last week, I actually was wearing the Lord Zed helmet, which is also expensive, but I got a really good deal on it. In my unboxing, I've got the Lightning Collection Pink Ranger helmet. I will show off, and maybe we'll see if it fits my wife's head, because it ain't gonna fit mine. But yeah. So anyway, let's see. Oh wait, I'll watch it. She'll make me, dude. Even if you don't like it, I almost am excited for somebody that might not like it because it's old or because it's just the first movie's a thriller. Get that in your head. It's not gonna be scary. It's a thriller. I'm just excited. If you don't like it, I want to hear that too, because most people just blow smoke and say how awesome it is. So if you don't like it, I want to hear that too. The live logo is covering his body on my screen. Oh yeah. No, that's really cool, dude. Super cool character. But yeah, guys, we really appreciate it again. Be kind, rewind. We got a lot of videos you can check out from us, of us just ranting on stuff, commentaries, all other things. So we'll see you next week. We'll be talking Halloween. Cannot wait. Till next time. Bye-bye.
Peace.